Okay, first things first, we're going to ice point this sensor. It's been relaxing in its ice bath for a little while. We go and look at the main screen. It says it is pulling 31.1 degrees, which is 9 degrees lower than a correct ice point. I'm sorry, 0.9 degrees below the correct ice point. So we go into the settings, data calibration, and then because it is registering 0.9 degrees lower than the ice point, we add 0.9 degrees to the digital output to make the correction. And then we save it, because if you don't save it, it won't do anything. Okay, then we go back. Then we go back out to the main. Go back out to the main and stop being persnickety. Okay, so now we have a solid 32 degrees as our ice point on this sensor. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take an ice point on this sensor, this probe thermometer. Okay, so keep wiggling, keep wiggling, keep wiggling. This has been at room temperature, 31.6. That appears to be the lowest temperature we're going to get out of this thermometer. It's 31.6. Okay, so that means in our heads we're going to add 0.4 degrees to whatever we come up with. Okay, we're going to go ahead and grab this sensor that is calibrated, operated, and hooked up to the system. Oh, I need my probe thermometer as well. We are going to, I'll take that one last because I just opened the door and I don't want to skew the readings. Okay, so now we are in the cooler. It is a wonderful cooler. I dare say it's pretty cool. Okay, so what we're going to do is take our proprietary bottle of water that we have had sitting up there all day, pop the top off, and once again we keep jiggling because that is the way you get a correct temperature. So the probe itself does not heat the media around it, and we are getting 47.3 as our stable average temperature. Long-term stable average temperature, 47.3. Okay, now I'm going to throw this probe in my pocket real quick. We're going to hang this probe up here in an appropriate placement. Some people say that you can't just hang it there like that. And the reality is you are not supposed to hang these in front of the cold air output. You are supposed to hang them right about there, or in the actual middle of the cooler somewhere. So we're going to go here near the warm air return because that's the most precise directions I was able to find online. Okay, so now once again we've opened this door, which may bias that thermometer. I'm going to go ahead and cover the camera for a second. We're going to walk across the store. And we are going to look at this thermometer, which is giving us 45 degrees. Yeah, about 45 degrees right now. And then we're going to come over to the office side, and that should have had a moment to recover. And on this side, hard to get to because when they installed it half, no, not half, but a portion of the thing behind the wall. So it really is you gotta wiggle your way in there. So what we're looking at right now is, it says 47.5-ish. I'll go ahead and say 46.5 because maybe it hadn't finished cooling back down from that second where the door was open. So now that probe has had a moment to start to acclimate. We're going to go ahead and close the app, reopen it. Okay, and oh, that's what I need to do. Take the zoom back out to where it was. That makes this much better. Okay, so we are now looking at 45.5 degrees is the real temperature in the cooler. From a properly ice pointed, calibrated probe. And then from the actual bottle of water, we have, 47.3, 47.4, something like that is what we had gotten. So I'm going to go ahead and say I've taken the temperatures correctly. The cooler is not working correctly. I have been given specific instructions that I and my employees are not to touch the thermostat in the cooler. One last thing. This part's important. It's holding temperature, I'll be generous and say it's holding temperature around 45. And that is set at 35. So, the problem is, that thermostat is saying 35 degrees. That sensor, and I understand there's an offset because believe the person who installed this moved the sensor up to where it will be getting the cold air. I'm saying that because of things he said while he was here. He has moved several sensors to make the temperature come out correctly instead of correcting the actual problem. I'm not impressed with Air Express, and I'm not impressed with this situation. This cooler has been having temperature issues for quite some time. We can't currently store perishable items in there for any kind of time period, and it's a problem.